This is Mallows Bay on the Potomac River near Nanjemoy, Maryland, the first national marine sanctuary in the U.S. to protect historic, partially submerged vessels.
It contains over 200 ships that were sunk here, and when the tide goes out, the ships come up, and so they've been called the Ghost Fleet.
From the shore you can see this rusty ferry hull abandoned in the 1970s. But the best way to look at other ships is by kayaking during low tide to see the main attraction, the skeletal wooden remains of American World War I naval vessels hastily built about a century ago.
And they built 100 of these large wooden steamships. The only problem was they were finished after the war was completed. So they were brought here and they were sold to a salvage company.
A few years after the war ended in 1918, these obsolete cargo ships were broken down and destroyed in the relatively shallow waters of the small bay.
And that piece of stone sticking out there was originally in the bottom of the ship, and it was balancing the ship.
About 80 meters long, these vessels joined even older boats that were scuttled in the 1700s and 1800s.
Now, if you look at an aerial photograph of this area, you can see just one ship after another next to each other, creating this intricate array of reefs.
Today, they serve as a man-made wildlife sanctuary for fish, waterfowl, and other animals.
We noticed a lot of them are like floating flower pots. They're full of vegetation, and it's tremendous for the environment. They're actually cleaning the water, they're providing habitat, they're actually helping with climate change.
The slowly rotting wood does not harm the environment.
Because it's underwater, it doesn't receive as much oxygen, and so the decay rate is a lot slower. It's also salt water, which further reduces the rate of decay.
Mallows Bay contains the largest number of shipwrecks in the Western Hemisphere. Although dead in the water, the bay houses the world's biggest collection of World War I ships.
This is the only place you can see the size of these vessels and the size of the collection, and the fact that they are a cross-section of a different number of designs. It is like one big museum.
A historic display with an ecological benefit. Deborah Block, VOA News, Nanjemoy, Maryland.